Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the Beauty Crafter with Shelley Lewis. Today I shall be doing a full face with some new untested makeup. Some is obviously brand new that I got yesterday on my trip to Preston, and some of it is what I've had for a little while maybe. So we'll get right into it. So what I usually do is before I put my makeup on, I put my moisturiser. I have already done that today. I used the Body Shop Vitamin E moisturiser, and after my moisturiser I usually use like a primer. That is one new thing that I have not got, and which I did not get yesterday, so unfortunately I'll have to skip that bit. So we'll go into the foundation. So the foundations I've got are, if you bear with me a minute, I've got them in my tub down here. So I think we're going to go with the ones that we got yesterday, and the ones that I got this Skin Fresh foundation by W7, and this is in the shade Nude Beige. I got that one. And the other one that I got was this one. I don't know what the difference is, but it's by the same make, but it's W7 Legend Lasting Wear Foundation, and that is in the shade Fresh Beige. So I think we're actually going to go with that one today. I've not tested this out before. I've never used this in my life, so I have no idea what it's going to turn out. Yes, unfortunately I have got a big spot on the side of my face, so I'm kind of hoping that it's got good coverage. Oh, so the bottle, it's like a pori bottle. I have not really got these before. I don't usually tend to get them, but we're going to go ahead and test it out. So I'll just open my curtain a little bit so you get the lighting a bit there. That's a lot better. So I think this is the brush that I use for my foundation. I think I'm just going to pour a little bit on and see how we go. Oh, it's very watery. Just a second, let me shake it up a bit. I just hope it's the right shade as well. It says Fresh Beige. I'm kind of hoping it's the right shade. So I'm just going to pour a little bit on my brush there. I'm only going to pour a very little bit just in case for some reason this does not actually suit my skin. At least then I'm only doing it in bits, so I'm just applying that around. I got this from when I actually went to Preston. I think it was a place called H&M. No, it was TJ Hughes. Tell a lie. I thought that TJ Hughes had actually shut down now. I didn't even know it was still going. So the coverage on it, it's okay coverage. It's not going to cover that. It's very, very light. It does look light on my skin. It has got the dewy finish to it. I'm not a big fan. I've not been a big... Oh god, that is dewy. That is just really dewy finish. I'm not a big fan of dewy finish foundations because sometimes in the day, obviously if it's a hot day, you get the sweatiness and you got hot, and I just don't like that oily feel to it. And yeah, this has got the definite oily feel to it because my face is absolutely shiny as hell. And what I usually do if I've got a foundation that I want to tone down a bit, that if it has got a little bit of a dewy finish to it, is I usually apply a powder foundation later just to take that dewiness down. And guess what I couldn't get hold of? Yeah, I couldn't get hold of some powder foundation. Oh, why does it have to happen? Yes, I have not got any. I've got to do something with that. I can't leave it like that. It just feels like I've slapped my face in a chip pan. So yeah, it has got a really, really dewy finish to it. To be honest, it's not that bad. It is okay if you're used to that sort of type of thing. It is quite good, but with me. My face looks oily as hell at the minute. So because I have not got a powder foundation, we're just going to go in with my old powder brush and hopefully it'll tone it down a little bit. So the next thing that we're actually going to go for, what we're going to have a look at, is this. Now this one I've had in my collection for ages, but I've not actually worn it. Yeah, this is a new testing video of new makeup. Technically it is new because I have not used it. This is by 17 and it's Skin Well Glow and Prime, and it's a freeway highlighter. So you can it says on the back you can use it 3 ways. You can use it to use as a primer, or to add to your foundation, or apply it on cheekbones to lift. So you can actually use this as a highlighter, and that's what we're going to do today, because I don't think I've actually got highlighter in my pack, so we're going to do that. I'm just going to give this a little shake. I'm not sure how much this actually was. I'm going to use my palette as well that I had from my old makeup. Yeah, I'm just going to put a little tiny bit on there and get a bit on my finger. I'm not really used to liquid highlighters. I usually go with like a powder. Oh, so it is like a highlighter. Actually, that is really, it's just adding to my dewy face, that is. So yeah, it's just making my face look even more soggy. So yeah, it's alright. It's not too bad if you've got a foundation that's not as dewy as this one, but that one does actually look really dewy. It's got a nice shine to it, but I can't tell if that's the foundation or if that's a highlighter, but there you go. So that is that. And no, it's not actually too bad. I really can't tell at the minute because my liquid foundation is obviously dewy as hell, but I think it has put a little bit of highlight to my cheekbone and my eyes. I didn't even put it there, so yeah. So to tone this dewiness down a little bit, right guys, I'm gonna do something that people probably have not done before. Now this palette, I bought this a couple of weeks ago and I got it from Primark, and this is Double Take. It's eye and face palette. You have your face palette on one side and you also have a mirror, which is really good. You have your contouring, your peach please, your roasted, not so subtle, and throw shade. The throw shade would be like your contouring, that would be your highlighting. We're going to put a very minimal, very tiny little bit of that over my face to see if we can get this dewiness down. And also at the back you have another mirror and you have your eyeshadow palette. We're not going to use the eyeshadow bit today because I do have a palette that I want to use, but we're going to go into the face part of it and we're going to try and do a little bit on the face part to get this dewiness down a little bit. So we're going to go in with Not So Subtle, which is that one, and see if we can tone this down a tiny little bit. Ooh, it's very powdery. So it does tone it down a little bit. I must admit that it just helped to tone it down that tiny little bit, but it does still have a very I have to blow it every time. It does have a very, you know, I forgot what I was saying. I took that long saying it, I can't even remember what I was saying now. So that has helped to tone it down a little bit, thank God, which I'm really pleased about. It still does look very dewy, but it has toned it down a tiny bit, except for that there. Why couldn't I have got a new concealer? yesterday. I could have really have done with that today very much. So the next thing we're going to go in with, now I didn't manage to get an eyebrow product, but we're going to see if we've got one in my coloured palettes that I could get away with. So idea, guys, I've come up with an idea. We're going to use Throw Shade, and we're going to put a little bit of that on my eyebrows. Might work, it might not, it depends. So I'm just going to get my eyebrow brush out. Oh god, got the lighting on my face. Shut that a little bit. That's a little bit better. At least you can see my face. You can't see much in the background, which to be honest I'm not that bothered about because it's a mess anyway. We're going to go with Throw Shade and see if we can put a little bit of colour to the eyebrows. Hang on a minute, darling. That is my son. Honey, alright then, sweetheart. I'll put it to one side. I'll be back in a minute, my love. It's my son. So his son, we've been doing bits of Lego for the last, well, for a couple of days. Now, it's not putting much of a colour to my eyebrows, but it's putting a little bit. It's actually helping to shape them a little bit. So, even though we didn't manage to get the proper products to do the eyebrows, you can improvise. That's the thing with different types of makeup. If you have not got certain parts to do the makeup, improvise. Because that's what I do with some of the stuff. Now, I'm not perfect at the eyebrows, far from it, but I try. So now, looking in the mirror here, that foundation does look a bit cakey. On camera you can't tell so much, but on my mirror here it does look a slight bit cakey. So yeah, that might be foundation, which I might not use that very much. It was just a cheap one. So next thing we're going to go in with is eyes. Now for the eyes, I have got this palette which I've improvised for the face, which is this one. We've got that one, but I did get, we've also got in my new ones, which I'll be testing as well, is I brought this from Primark, which is Disney Aladdin. Your wish is my command. I just fell in love with this palette. I just loved all the colours in there. Look at that, and they even have the shade names to it as well. But for today I've been dying to use this palette that I got yesterday, which is again by W7. In TJ Hughes they had a collection of these palettes, and the one that I actually went with was Dusk Till Dawn, and it is Ultraviolet Naturals Pressed Pigment Palette. So if I open it up, look at those colours in there. Now the reason why I love this palette so much, it looks a lot like a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. And also because when I went in Preston yesterday, I went in Debenhams and I saw the Too Faced palettes, and it looked a little bit of a dupe of a Too Faced palette as well. So of course I have not got any of those palettes because they're on that bit more of a pricey side, but I guess I say you get what you pay for. So it comes with a brush, and I actually really like this brush. Some palettes, especially cheaper palettes, they come with a very cheap brush, but this one looks quite decent. You've got your one end, which is like in the crease blending brush, and you also have that one for the lid. So I'm actually going to use this brush today. And for a base as well, for the colours, they also have the colour shade names. I'm not going to swatch them. For the purpose of this video is obviously my camera, my phone don't record for that long, so we're just going to go in with it. We're going to put a base down first, so we're going to go with Wanderer, which is this top one, and I'm going to use that basically as a base to put all over my eye. Woo! Now, there is a little bit of a fallout. They are a little bit powdery, but that's not a problem. So I'm just going to use that as a base. And I do apologise if the lighting goes in and out. I'll use this here. So it is extremely powdery at the minute. So just do that as a base. So for the creases, I think I'm going to go in with the 2 purple ones because I actually do quite like the colour purple. But for that, because I like a finer line when I'm doing the crease, I'm going to come in with my other brush, which is that one, and we're going to come in with I can't even say that. It is that one right there, that one, and we're going to do that in the creases. I'm really sorry, but I can't pronounce that. I do apologise. So we're just going to put that. Oh, so they're extremely pigmented, which is good, because I know some palettes, they are less pigmented. So it's very nice, it's very pink. I'm not an expert of doing eyeshadow, by the way. I'm not perfect. But I'm not gonna, do you know what? I'm not gonna just sit here and say, I'm not this, I'm not that. Yeah, there is other channels out there that have... I've cocked up on that. Up here. There is other channels out there that are a lot better than me, but you know what? I've got my own way of doing things, and my own way is the best. Everyone has their own way of doing the makeup. So we're gonna blend that because I've cocked up a little bit on that. So we're gonna try and blend that out a little bit. So it gives a nice subtle look to the creases. And the other colour we're going to come in with, when we're going to do this for the lid, is this one, which is Mo Jane. And it's like the same kind of well, it's more of a shimmery one that would go with that one there. So we're going to do that, and we're going to use that for the lids. And see how this goes. So I'm just using it just to pack on there, and later when these colours are in, we're actually going to blend it all in. So it's a very pinky colour today we're going for. And what we shall do in a minute is we shall blend all that in. Just excuse me about looking in there for doing it. So that I can't really see that well in the phone camera. I'll try though. So I'm just packing that on there. And what we're going to do with that now is we're going to go through with my blending brush again and try and blend all that out there. I'm not going for any crease cut, so to speak, today. This is just mainly like a testing video, just to try out the different colours. Now that is really pretty. Actually really do like that colour. I really do like it, and the fact that it's extremely pigmented as well is brilliant. So I do apologise about the lighting again, guys. It's because I got my curtain closed at the minute to try and keep the light out while I'm trying to keep the light in as well, if that makes sense. So we're going to come in with a colour under here, and again we're going to come in with that top one that I used for my creases. And I'm just going to get my thin brush there and just come under the waterline for that. No, I'm actually pleased with that colour. That does look really, really nice. It does look nice. I know one thing. I shall definitely be getting more of these palettes. I've seen them before, to be honest. I've seen them in different shops and I've always looked at them. But then I've always like put them back. Because I've been a little bit dubious about actually getting them. But after this I think I might, because I'm actually really, really pleased with that pigment and that colour in the palette. So I'm just blending it out a little bit here. So the next, I am really pleased with that. And this was a whole £3.99 for that. Now I'm definitely pleased with that palette. I shall definitely be wanting to get the other palettes now, and that's for certain, because I really do like that one. So the next thing that I shall be getting is, I haven't got any liquid eyeliner because I do like to use my liquid eyeliner, but I don't have that, I'm afraid. Hang on. Hold your horses, I might have it. What's this? No, that's an eye colour. Yeah, I haven't got a liquid eyeliner, I'm afraid. So we're just going to jump into mascara. And the mascara that I have, I've not had it before. A matter of fact, I only took it out the packing last night. This is the Clump Free Volume Shake It Fresh Volume Sans Grubux by Rimmel London, which is this one. Now this is actually surprisingly heavy. It's actually surprisingly heavy for a mascara. It's a big one and it just feels heavy in the hand, which I thought last night. So we're going to just apply that, because this is the only new mascara I've got, and I will use my mirror from this palette. It has a fairly thick brush, but it's a nice one. Actually, it's not that bad. That is not that bad, to be honest. It's really nice. It does give a bit of volume to your lashes. I can't tell here because obviously the lighting, but I've got fairly long lashes anyhow, so yeah, I just can't get over that foundation. I'm just not. Yeah, I think it's starting to actually oxidize a little bit as now as well. So that mascara is not too bad. I really do like it. Oh, bugger. I've got a little bit under the eye. You can't tell on camera, so we'll just leave it before I decide to make it even worse. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah. Oh, gosh. I do feel like that foundation has oxidised now. You can't tell so much on camera, but it really has in real life. And I'm just like, yeah, I've got to go to the shop yet. So the last thing that I have actually got is, sometimes I'll go in with a lip liner, sometimes not, but today we're not going to because I haven't got one. Well, it's the last but least. We've got some lipsticks, so I'm not going to try them all today, but we shall do a quick swatch of them. We have Revolution Matte colour, which I actually got this from the place I got the foundation from, and this is in the shade Intense, and it's like a really pink colour, so which is like that there. It's quite nice, it is quite pretty, but I think it would be a slight bit too much. Obviously with the colour, it does go with the eye colour, but I think it'd be a little bit too much. If I go stronger with the eye colour, I like to go a bit lighter with the lips. We have Sleek Matte Metallic. Now this is a really nice metallic colour, and this is in the shade Volcanic. Is it? Is that how you pronounce it? Volcanic, not Volcanic. Oh, what an idiot. If you watch this video, guys, please do turn off. Please don't subscribe. If you're tempted to, you may regret it. So we got this one, and it's actually a nice, that's like a kind of a nude type colour with a slight bit metallic feel to it. It doesn't look so much metallic on your hand as it does in the actual bottle. We have another sleek one, which is in the shade Old Hollywood, and this is more, I think this is more of a matte one as well. So we have that one, and that is like a proper vamp colour, that is. So you have that. And the last one that I want to show you, which I'll probably use today, is, I got this yesterday. I went to the Debenhams counter and they had all the, well, they had a lot of high-end bits of makeup, so I got this one, which is, this is Urban Decay, and this is Ultra Cushion Lip Gloss, and this is in the shade SPL, and it's like a kind of a shimmery one. And oh my god, I never knew yesterday that this lip gloss has a lovely smell to it, and that is the lip gloss there. So it's like a clear one, but you got a nice pretty, it's nice, really nice. But oh god, I never knew this. But when I brought the lip gloss yesterday, the woman at the counter said, have you actually smelt these lip glosses? And I smelt them. They've got a really nice minty smell to them, and they just smell gorgeous. So this is the last thing that we're actually going to try out today. I'm trying to hold about 20 things in my hand at once. So ooh, that was a good ooh, not a bad ooh. As well, I think it's lip plumping. I like that. That is really, really pretty. Oh, it is lip plumping. It's one of those lip plumping lip glosses, because you, as you put it on your lips, it's got a slight, oh gosh, look at the shade there. I look like I was ready to do a Halloween stunt. And it is a lip plumping lip gloss. Now the prices of these before I go, that was £15.50. This palette is my favourite. I love that palette, and that was only £3.99, so I should definitely be getting the others in that. Some of the other prices I can't remember. The lovely Spectacular foundation, which off camera now has started to oxidise on my face, which has left my face like a chip pan. This was only £2.99, and now I can understand why. Shall I be using it again? Probably in dire straits. So that is a completed look with, I should stop licking my lips, that tastes nice. This is a completed look with some of the some of the new makeup that I got recently yesterday, and some that I've had in my collection for a while but new, but I haven't actually used. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please feel free to press that subscribe button, and I shall see you again soon. Bye for now, guys. Bye.